football. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that it's a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Minneapolis. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson now on 2nd down. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again here with Henry. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Aguilar goes off in motion. 3rd and short, Jackson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. Brandon Powell returns for the Vikings. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft out of USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And this is the opportunity Sam Darnold's been working for. I mean, to resurrect his career after some struggles early on in New York. He's had a bit of a mixed bag, but there is no mistaking the physical talent, the arm strength, the ability to play quarterback at a high level. He has it all. There's a reason he was drafted where he was, Mike, and I think Minnesota has themselves a sleeper here at the quarterback position.
Throwing to open it up is Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. They'll put Addison in motion. Throwing on third down is Darnold. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
And that just can't happen. Third and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Couple of first downs already on this drive, and they'll go first down from the 43. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. In motion, it's Jefferson. Again, it's Jones. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing, Darnold. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And he will take this one in. 88 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. To return, it's Brandon Powell. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vikings offense ready for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Play fake to Jones, and now Darnold. He's going to let one fly for Addison. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
To try and run for the 1st down with Jones. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll go play action with Darnold. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Again, it'll be Jones. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Minnesota. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
On now for the extra point, here's Will Reichert. It's up and good. And the Vikings will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. This one complete to Bateman. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. To throw is Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up 1st downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On the option, they give it to Henry. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
On third down, Jackson. Coming open, that's the tight end Likely. And he's going to have that first down, gain of 6, as they convert on third down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. This is Henry. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking him down for a loss.
Aguilar goes off in motion. Second down, Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Jackson from the gun on third down. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Aguilar goes off in motion. They'll run it on first down with Henry. A first down on a gain of 11.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. And he's in. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Ravens. Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Powell now to bring it back. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Vikings offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now a 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He's got a receiver, it's Addison. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. One quarter in the books. 14-7 is our score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Jones. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Third down and 9. Now, Darnold. He's going to take a shot down the field. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Sims now to return it. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On play action, here's Jackson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He's got room past the 35. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Finding room at midfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Aguilar goes off in motion. A first down throw for Jackson. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
A point after now from Tucker. He gets it to go, and the Ravens will take a 21-7 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Powell now to bring it back. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with first and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Darnold now to throw. Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing, Darnold. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
This is why every defense wants to play with the lead, because it allows them to just tee off on the quarterback. Go rush the passer. You're not worried about them handing the ball off or little quick game. You know they're chasing points, so what can you do? You can get after this guy, and boy, have they ever.
Here's Ryan Wright now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. A fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Jackson gonna keep it himself. Woo. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Bateman is the motion man. Play action now. Jackson. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
From the gun, Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. They managed to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Aguilar able to make the catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Here's a give, heading right, it's Henry. And he'll bring this inside the 15, and that's good enough for the first down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. Throwing Jackson. He's going to keep it himself, and he's into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. A give to Jones, heading right. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. They run it once more with Jones. He's inside the 35. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Set to go now on first and 10. They run straight ahead with Jones. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And it's going to be third down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Ravens offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with first and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. He'll have a yard or two up to about the 16. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He keeps it himself. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And the pistol, Jackson ready. And that'll be batted down and incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. It's second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on first down. There's a short one caught by Andrews. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
On the ground, here's Henry. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Bateman is the motion man. A design run here with Jackson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short gain.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it's going to be fourth down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. Powell now to bring it back. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Aaron Jones set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. First and 10. Here's Darnold. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. Into space at the 45. Good-looking screenplay there, a gain of 11 and a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
To throw again is Darnold. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he will go all the way. Jalen Naylor. Touchdown, Vikings. Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings are able to cut into the deficit. Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Here's 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Bateman is the motion man. 2nd down, Jackson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Back to throw, Jackson. Open man is Tylan Wallace. And he will have a 1st down, and they're into field goal range now at the 30.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This will be from 47 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this 1st half as this one is away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Darnold. He's going to look for the home run ball. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We saw a terrific 1st half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. This was an extremely one-sided 1st half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided 1st half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Play fake to Jones, and now Darnold. Taking off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Darnold. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Out of the gun, they give it to Jones. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Again, it's Jones. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense over 300 yards passing in the game and has been sharp right from the start. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give it, going left. There's Henry. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. In motion comes Andrews. On play action, here's Jackson. Now he'll run it. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass. but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
A first down throw for Jackson. He'll find Aguilar, complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Aguilar goes off in motion. They'll run. It's Henry. Credit him for trying to escape. The defense, though, was on that. And finally, they bring him down behind the line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
They motion the slot man left. And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Third and long for Jackson. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up fourth down.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. Chandler now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try the left side with Jones. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Now, Darnold. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. They'll put Addison in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. Whoa!
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on 3rd down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Reichard had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. Play action now. Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. Second and 7. From the gun, Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
On third down, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. Good-looking screenplay there, a gain of 11 and a first down.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind them, and that's the landmark of the screenplay.
Jackson up top again. There's a short one caught by Andrews. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Aguilar goes off in motion. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. They'll try and run for this with Henry. Ravens sending the punt team out there. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And not a whole lot to speak of there. He'll work it down inside the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Darnold now to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Quick throw here is complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings will cut into that lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came. He's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Oh, and that one is intercepted by Stephon Gilmore. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Well, what this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth, he certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
The Vikings offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Jones. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Second down and 8. They run it once more with Jones. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down forthcoming. So 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes 3rd and 6. Throwing, Darnold. A throw to the right flat. It is caught. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He is in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Reichert now to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Vikings are able to cut the deficit to 10. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
In motion comes Andrews. Second down, Jackson. Brought in by the tight end, Andrews. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
3rd and short, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the give, it's Jones.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
From the gun, it's a run, and it's Jones. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Darnold to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
They run straight ahead with Jones. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. To throw is Darnold. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Minnesota.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Perfectly timed blitz there by the linebacker. Remember, when you go empty backfield, there's no extra protection. All you have is the 5 offensive linemen. It could be feast or famine, but in this case, when you time it right, man, there is no back there to help protect the quarterback, and he comes away with the sack.
Darnold. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now a handoff. Jones. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. So here we go. Big spot for the rookie. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Hardy now with the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Henry. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. We're going to go right back to Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get it to the 37-yard line. They'll go again here with Henry. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Aguilar goes off in motion. And a nice defensive play. They're good awareness coming through to make the play in the backfield for a loss of yardage. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On play action, here's Jackson.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Ravens bring their punt team out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. On the handoff, Jones. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Again, it's Jones. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on third down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give him credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the first down.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Jackson looking to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And this throw batted away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Play action now. Jackson. He'll get this out to the left flat.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Jackson. He gets that to the veteran Aguilar. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't got...
Kevin O'Connell made the decision, and he will throw the red challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. That's on the center, Tyler Linderbaum. Aguilar goes off in motion. Whoa! And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. The defense all over the little quick pass attempt, and they run him down for no gain on that one. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson now on 2nd down. That is caught by the tight end, Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Extra point try now for Tucker. He knocks it through. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Chandler now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Now Darnold. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
To the right side, he's got Hockenson, his tight end. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
That's caught once again by Hockenson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
To throw again is Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Darnold again. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And he's going to go down. The pressure once again too much, and that should wrap this one up.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz planned for this 4th down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. It's the tight end Likely in motion. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. A give right up the middle to Henry. Punt team out, ready to send this one away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Darnold to throw on second down. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there for the sack. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.